mics are on.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. Thank you, Marissa. Okay, well, welcome, everybody. So today we're going to have the 2026 budget public hearing, and I'd like to make a motion to open that hearing. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. So has anybody that's in the room had a chance to look at the budget? Come on, Jerry. It's your tax dollars at work. What are you doing over there?
He's having a
How
muffin.
about you, John? Did you take a look at it? Okay. Well, we'll just give you a brief synopsis. So obviously, in this day and age, we're going through huge increases in services and delivery and, costs. We started out somewhere in the mid 20% increase range when we started off this endeavor back about a month ago. The first thing I want to say is I want to thank the board collectively for going through these workshops and working on this stuff. Now, in the past, you've seen seen it executed many different ways. Generally speaking, the supervisor is the CFO and owns the budget. And I was on the board for many years. I've seen some supervisors just take it over on their own and not have any input from the board and just submit that budget to the board for their approval. And then you would have the back and forth. Instead, I believe in transparency. I believe that my board has a right to see how we're getting to these numbers and has a right to have the input. I'd like to thank Chris Stolbon for his extra special effort right near the end, coming in there and working very hard with Gene to get us whittled down, to find some new revenue streams, and to also his uncanny ability to make deals with certain companies like the trash and the paramedics. Just to give you an example there, I think that went up. I think collectively the paramedics and the trash went up almost $400,000+. Yeah, and we were able to maintain the same service level thanks to Chris, and bring that down. Paramedics are going to be in, unfortunately, that's a very expensive business. We didn't mess with the.
It was less than 3%.
It was less
For
than 2%.
paramedics.
Yeah, it was less than 2% for the paramedics. 17% plus increase in employee benefits. Okay, not to mention everything else we do to keep the fuel in the cars and heat in the buildings and everything else. Insurances have all skyrocketed. It was quite the endeavor to sit here together collectively and work together to try to find ways to cut the budget without impairing our ability to deliver those critical services which we need to continue, such as recreation. Okay, so we did not touch recreation. If anything, I think we even built marketing budget into recreation. Right?
Yeah.
We actually added more, and if you guys want to add anything in while I'm spieling, you can until we get to where we wind up here. So Deirdre, do you have anything you'd like to add about our work together getting this budget done?
No, I just think that everybody has to be cognizant of the fact that inflation has not gone away, that the average inflation rate is 3% and on various services such as healthcare. And it's gone up significantly, which does affect our bottom line. So I think that what we're putting forward here is a very thought through and well put together budget. And I too would like to thank Chris Stolbaum for his work on this. He went through everything line by line by line, uncovered some of the skeletons in the closet.
Yeah.
But I think that we have a pretty tight budget here. So.
Yeah, Chris.
Yeah. So, yes, of course, Chris did amazing work and was definitely hands and elbows in. But we can't forget about Gene.
No, Gene.
Oh,
too.
yeah, Gene,
Well, we're
I'm
getting
sorry.
to Gene. Gene's in the
Good
top of the
job.
list too. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it started with the first workshop we had. I was on Zoom at the time, but the department heads came in, they briefed their wish list, you could say.
Yeah.
In a perfect world, if there weren't money constraints, this is what we would want.
Right.
They weren't, blowing things out of proportion. And then we had a lot of questions. I think Gene did a great job picking up on the types of information that we wanted. And the next workshop, there were fewer questions. The information was flowing better. She was getting more, familiar with the systems and the numbers, and then it started flowing. And I agree, we collaborated very well as a group.
It was vibrant.
yeah, to come to this budget. And I just want to say, listen to the first, you guys talking first, though, I was like, man, it's like we're putting off, telling the audience this huge tax increase.
Yeah.
It's not.
No,
It's
we're
not a
not.
huge tax increase. It's-
No, we did good.
It's
We did
dollars.
good, yeah.
It's dollars. Actually, so I did some math, and I don't want to say percentages yet because, people don't know what that means sometimes. If you live in Circle Drive, your taxes are gonna go up, $40 a year. If you live on Juniper Ave, because that's the record I pulled, you're gonna go up, shoot, forget, $80 or something like that, 100, something like that. No, I'm wrong. $16 if you're on Circle Drive, $40 if you're on Juniper. And that's like a 1.6 or something.
Yeah, it's on the assessed value of the properties,
So,
at the rate that we set, yeah.
so just wanted to point that out.
Thank you, that's really
Yeah,
great.
that- it is
That's really,
interesting.
you
I
know,
did some
good.
math, because I wanted to know. I
Yeah,
had
yeah,
somebody in my
yeah.
ear saying,
Yeah,
do I take this person's advice to heart, don't raise taxes. And I was like, we have a responsible budget. And like
Right.
you pointed out, there's inflation, there's healthcare costs that
Mhm.
have skyrocketed. And we were handed a kind of a crappy deal last year when we sat down and did the budget. There was no fund balance, there was no flexibility. We had to raise taxes. What we presented here is a very responsible budget and virtually no impact on the community, considering inflation.
Yeah, and that's a good point you made there. So we came in January 2024 with $65,000 in the A fund balance, which is townwide. That was precarious. We're over $1 million right now that we were able to get to, and that's quick. So our B fund is very healthy. That's town outside village. That'd be everything but the village of Tuxedo Park services and all that. So we have a lot of development happening, obviously, so that's a positive thing. We're starting to get an influx of revenue streams big time in the building department over there. And thanks to Rick Marsh, our revenue stream in fines and forfeitures has doubled, protecting our residents. So that's really good news all the way across the board. And once again, all of us are sitting here trying to find every little way to find money where it's coming in and where we can chop it. And Chris Stolbaum was the superstar. He came in here on his own and sat down and didn't leave that table with Gene until we got under the cap. So for Chris Stolbaum, all right? Now, Adam Iron, do you have anything to add, sir?
Yeah, good evening, everybody. I'm going to piggyback on what all of you had just said. Thank you, Council Member Dahlbaum, for all of his hard work that he put into this. I know he put many hours into it with Gene. I want to thank Gene, the board. Yeah, I mean, I think we definitely, being involved as a department head in a different municipality and seeing the work that this board and the community and all the other department heads I want to thank that came forth with their budgets. I know they put a lot of time into it. I just want everybody to know that we all worked really hard to get it to where it needs to be. And I'm proud of the budget that we're putting forth. And thank you to everybody.
Yeah, and just let me add that, it takes a team to make this happen, and Jean's very critical. When we brought her in, she found multi-gaps everywhere in our bookkeeping and accounting. She worked extremely hard to get that stuff fixed. We were able to get her some new software called Springbook. I'm correct on that. Springbook, yeah, which brought us up multi-revs. We're dealing with legacy software, and finally we're in the 21st century. Gene also identified places where our budgeting was suspect, where he didn't have enough, focus lines. We had just like a parent line and a couple of bullet points, 101, 102. She stretched those out, separated the revenue streams out, did a really, really excellent job to get us all understanding better what's on all these pieces of paper up here as they get printed out by Gene. So Gene, rock star stuff going on over there. We're very happy to have you, and thank you again. Okay, all right. Well, anybody have any comments or questions? I guess, Adam, you're the only one online, so you've already said your piece. I would like to make a motion to close the 2026 budget public hearing. Do I have a second?
second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And that was at, what time is it? Okay, 7:10. That's a world record for the meeting. But yeah, thank you, everybody. And Jerry, you still have golf money left over now. You don't have to worry about it, okay? You know.
Ah, good for you. Do you see the moon? Moon is great tonight. Full moon.
I know Jerry's writing
All right,
himself
thank you,
in
guys.
too.
So I'd like to make a motion to close. I'd like to make a motion to adjourn the meeting at 7:11. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Did you eat?
Why?
You ain't hungry?
No,
Okay.
it's actually like.
It's waiting. My favorite line in Captain Jack. What's his name? Rodney Dangerfield.